pretty much everything is on the table. Closures and chaos. Inside or go home. The message, get used to it.
We'll see what happens, but they think August, could be July, could be longer than that.
We have the same number of cases now that Italy had 2 weeks ago, and we have a choice today.
Because in the past 2 weeks, Italy has seen more than 1,400 deaths. To avoid that fate as a society and this fate as individuals,
yeah, that's the cough. I'll see it.
we must now social distance. At 8 p.m. tonight, all movie theaters, gyms and casinos across New York, New Jersey and Connecticut will close indefinitely. Bars and restaurants now take out only. Other states and cities already doing the same.
You can purchase through takeout. And we hope that goes a long way towards alleviating any economic hardship.
In New Jersey now, all non-essential travel strongly discouraged between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. From midnight tonight in San Francisco, everyone must stay home except for essential needs. Looking ahead, do we have enough hospital beds?
It's still math at the end of the day, and it doesn't work.
Here's his rough math just for New York State. Total population, 18 million. Perhaps 40% will test positive. 17% of them might need hospitalization. That's 1.25 million hospital beds over the course of the pandemic in a state that has just over 53,000.
Oh my God.
And that will keep you up at nights.
So he's mobilizing the National Guard to convert buildings into backup hospitals. But that's only part of the problem.
But if you don't have enough ventilators, that means obvious that people who need it will not be able to get it. And that's when you're going to have to make some very tough decisions.
Meanwhile, about 36 million school kids in at least 35 states now forced to stay home, schools closed.
It would not surprise me at all if schools did not open again this year.
At airports,
what?
Screening.
Oh shit!
Which is not ideal.
Oh, you what he just said? He said he will not be surprised if schools do not open this year, the rest of this year. Damn, I can't be stuck with my kids. I love my kid, but damn. They got to talk to a nigga before that. They got to talk to me first.
Amazon on the surge all over the world. Now warning of delivery.
When you look at the projections, there's every chance that we could be Italy, but there's every hope that we will be South Korea if people actually listen, if people actually social distance.
Now, in South Korea, scene of social distancing and aggressive testing, they are now seeing a dramatic drop in the daily number of new cases, but it did take a little while. And then, of course, looking further down the line, what happens to our political process? The governor of Ohio today joining other states saying that their primary should be pushed to June, and the economics of it all. The airline industry in this country already saying that they're going to need a $50 billion aid package.
Well, the Ohio Democratic Presidential Primary is supposed to take place tomorrow. We'll see if it does. If not, reporting for us. Thanks very much. Let's get some more on all of this. Joining us now, the Democratic Governor of New Jersey, Bill Murphy. Governor Murphy, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's an incredibly difficult and very busy day for you all these days. The new guidelines we heard from the president just now, very stringent. They point to a level of seriousness, at least at this moment, that the president seemed to downplay as recently as yesterday at his news conference. What are your thoughts?
Well, all the steps that I'm told he referred to today, I think are steps in the right direction. In many cases, there are steps that we've taken in New Jersey. Your colleague illuminated a number of the steps we've taken in concert with New York, Connecticut. I might add, also with Pennsylvania, we also called up our National Guard. Our collective job right now is to so-called flatten the curve. And the extent we can do that over here, we take the pressure off the healthcare system over here and save lives in the process. So any steps along the lines that they discussed in Washington today are constructive, and God knows we need them.
Tell us about your call with the president today, you and other governors. What did he say, and how did the governors respond?
Well, it's a weekly call, and we've had a good open lines of communication. I spoke with the Vice President on Friday night. You know, our asks are very straightforward. We need a significant amount of personal protective equipment. We've gotten some of it from a strategic stockpile. We need more. We need boots on the ground, and the good news is, it was discussed in the call today, that FEMA has designated New Jersey as one of their 12 first wave states that they're going to come in and help us do drive-through testing, and that's going to be a matter of days. And then thirdly, we're going to need an enormous amount of help to get our economy back on our feet some months down the road. This is the impact, as you can imagine, on small businesses, on our transit system, on individuals, is becoming overwhelming. We have no choice, but that's a reality, and those are sort of some of the topics we spoke about with the President and Vice President.
Well, you heard the President just say this could go on to July, August, maybe even further, and the U.S. economy may be on the verge of a recession right now. What was your reaction to that?
I'm not surprised. Sadly, this is something that is all around us, but I do believe, your colleague just said, we can hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I think the extent to which we can aggressively, as we have tried to do from day one, we were on this in January. I established a task force on February 2nd. The key here is to be as aggressive, proactive as humanly possible, again, to flatten that curve. And all of the steps we took today, closing schools, closing bars and restaurants, restricting travel between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. is intended to keep people home. Work from home, by the way, would be on top of that. Keep them from each other, keep them at home, and God willing, flatten the curve and get through this as fast as possible.
You announced the mobilization of the National Guard in New Jersey today. What kind of assistance are you asking them to provide?
Yeah, it could come, Wolf, in any number of different ways. On that list would be potentially helping us with testing, number one. Number two, we closed our public schools effective tomorrow, but we got to make sure we're caring for the kids who, for instance, rely on public schools for their only hot meal of the day. The National Guard could play a role there. Also, if we need to, and we have contingency plans along these lines to open wings of hospitals that are closed, or open full hospitals, or convert dormitories to places where we can quarantine people, the National Guard could be essential in all of the above.
The President rated his overall response in response to a question today. He rated his overall response to this coronavirus crisis a 10 out of a 10. How would you rate it?
Listen, that's above my pay grade. Do I wish that the federal government had gotten onto this earlier? Absolutely. We are where we are. We've got to play the hand that we are dealt at this very moment. And for us, at least, we're going to keep asking persistently from the federal government for their support, whether it's personal protective equipment, dollars, boots on the ground, all of the above, and then doing in New Jersey the things that are within our control, calling up the National Guard, aggressive social distancing, supporting our healthcare workers and healthcare system, and we play the hand from here.
Good luck, Governor Murphy. Good luck to all the folks in New Jersey right now. This is going to be a really difficult period. Thanks for spending a few moments with us.
Thanks for having me, Wolf.
All right, and to our viewers, stay with us for more on the breaking news. The White House issuing strict new guidelines today to try to slow down the spread of the coronavirus, including advising people not to gather in groups of more than 10.
Being a disabled veteran and to have a tooth pain on top of severe PTSD will take you down in the dump. After several denials, when I went to Aspen Dental, they gave me a free exam, free x-rays. The doctor comes in and he's like, you are in pain, so we're going to get you taken care of. I had no insurance.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to flexible hours and payment options. Yes to 30% off dental services. And yes, we'll take care of you no matter what. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
Want your brain better? Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva has clinically proven ingredients that fuel 5 indicators of brain performance: memory, focus, accuracy, learning, and concentration. Try Nariva for 30 days and see the difference.
When Red Tops are together, you can enjoy the seafood you love from the comfort of home. If it ever makes it there. Spend $30 and get free delivery at redlobster.com.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a gold medal grizzly.
What an unlikely field in this final heat.
Not exactly a skinny dipper, but we covered it. The Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. So call 1-800-FARMERS to get it going.
We are farmers.
So with Dish, you get the Hopper, TV's most powerful DVR. It holds up to 2,000 hours. It holds all your favorite shows.
This is the one where she makes a decorative fondant out of meringue.
When it does not work,
Really, Clint?
it holds no judgment.
Love fondant.
Whatever your passion, record up to 2,000 hours of it with Dish, tuned in to you.
The network has to be prepared to absorb whatever it's going to come its way.
We're always prepared. Make sure that the network is working all the time.
We are constantly looking at it. We're constantly monitoring. Take that responsibility very seriously.
The most rewarding thing about the work we do is whenever we see a customer able to communicate back to their loved ones.
That is why we do the work we do.
We're relentlessly committed to the network, so in times like this, America can stay connected to work, school, and most importantly, to each other.
Don't tell me it's not working again. Don't tell me it's not working again. Oh, my fucking shit's gonna die. Don't tell me it's not working again.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Now I use Keeps, the easiest way for me to keep my hair. Keeps sends me clinically proven treatments that can stop my hair loss, which means no more covering up. Go to Keeps.com to learn more.
Greg, are you seeing this? I have never seen such a gorgeous lawn.
When you see a great lawn, it's all you see. Their lawn's on a whole nother level. Call the experts at True Green for a custom plan to make your lawn thick green, healthy, and weed-free.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Fix it. Oh, they fucked up again. The comments are fucked up. Oh my god, the comments are fucked up. The comments are fucked. The comments are fucked. Oh well, here, I try to fix it. I try to fix the comments. They only work at night, I think. I gotta figure out from what time they work, but they only work at night. I already started a new account, everything. They work only at night. The comments literally only work at night. Guaranteed.
We're following the breaking news just a little while ago over at the White House. The Trump administration issued strict guidelines to try to slow the spread.
Buddy, what's up, man on the moon? I tried to fix it, man on the moon. I tried to fix it. I couldn't do it. I tried to fix it. You have to turn them off. You have to turn What do you mean? So start my stream over and turn it on? What are you talking about? Turn my stream off and get all this ready and then stream? Stop the stream. Okay. Let me try it. Let me try it. Turn the stream off. Then turn back on the comments and the stream. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Let me try it.
It sort of listed as 15 days of these sorts of guidelines, but then Dr. Fauci came out to the lectern at some point during the press conference and said, it says 15 days, that means we're going to reassess it 15 days.